orange tow hook under a Ford grille, Silverado ZRX engineers did not sleep that night.
There's something in this Raptor's infotainment, a trail-specific navigation system that reads live pitch, roll, and elevation, then adjusts suspension parameters for that exact trail in real time. No half-ton performance truck has done that at the factory level. Not the ZRX, not the Ram TRX. We get there by the end. Is $78,000 right for a Raptor? My answer depends entirely on whether you're buying 700 horsepower for real desert and rock work or for a spool pickup line in suburban Texas. That difference changes the math completely. Here's what we're covering: the exterior hardware, the cabin, and what that powertrain actually delivers, and the backstory. This Elite trim didn't come from a normal product cycle.
Every eye in this segment goes to the 700 horsepower number. That is not the engineering story here. The story is that portrait infotainment screen displaying Moab's Hell's Revenge trail, with live pitch at 15 degrees, roll at 8 degrees, elevation at 4,520 feet, and individual tire PSI at each corner. The suspension is reading and adjusting to that specific trail, not a generic off-road mode. The Silverado ZR2 delivers terrain modes. This delivers terrain intelligence, a difference in kind, not degree. Speculative tech number 1, trail adaptive suspension intelligence. The system maps trail gradient data against live pitch and roll sensors to pre-adjust damper rates before each obstacle. The engineering logic means the suspension responds to the trail's geometry, not just the truck's reaction to it. This closes the gap where reactive suspension systems always arrive one wheel strike too late. What's inside explains why Ford built that screen this large. That perforated leather with orange contrast stitching and Raptor embossed directly into the seat bolster. That's the same material specification Ford uses in the Shelby GT500 cabin. Not what you typically find in a truck at this price point. It's purpose-built to hold a driver in place under lateral load. 3 sentences. Done. The rotary PRNDM shifter with a separate RML selector. That's correct for a truck that runs Baja mode and rock crawl from the same platform. A driver mid-trail needs gear range selection without navigating a touchscreen. The Silverado ZRX still buries this function 2 menu levels deep. Speculative tech number 2, Baja preload calibration. The system reads the selected drive mode and pre-tensions the front Fox shocks before the driver reaches operating speed. The reasoning ties suspension setup to driver intent rather than reacting after the first impact. It eliminates the first hit bottoming that costs confidence on high-speed desert runs. Here's what doesn't land. That portrait screen dominates the dash at the cost of physical HVAC controls, which disappear into a submenu. Ram TRX keeps dedicated climate knobs regardless of trim level, which is the right call for a truck used in extreme heat. The exterior is where this truck's competitive brief becomes impossible to miss.
This Raptor Elite reportedly came out of Ford's direct response to the Silverado ZRX's 2024 sales surge, the moment Chevy proved a performance truck buyer would pay a premium for factory-integrated trail tech over raw horsepower alone. The brief wasn't build more power, it was make the Raptor the only truck that knows the trail before the driver does. The exterior is where that intent gets built into metal.
Front to rear. The blacked-out grille carries Ford block lettering and houses dual LED projector headlights with DRL bar running the full width. That signature is visible and identifiable at highway speed. The functional hood scoop feeds cooler air directly to the intake under sustained high-speed load. Orange tow hooks mount into the front frame rails, not the bumper fascia. Black beadlock-capable wheels, sized around 37 inches of BF Goodrich all-terrain rubber, clear the factory flares without modification. The lifted stance sits approximately 3 inches above standard F-150 ride height, with Fox live valve shocks absorbing the difference. Rear, Ford tailgate snapping above a full-width LED light bar. Dual centered exhaust exits through the bumper, and Raptor R badging with red accent on both bedsides. Every exterior decision here follows load path logic. The hooks, the flares, the scoop. None of it is decorative. Now the system behind 700 horsepower. Engine, 5.2-liter supercharged V8, 700 horsepower, 640 pound-feet of torque. 10-speed automatic, 4-wheel drive, standard. In real operating conditions, that supercharger delivers full boost at 2,500 RPM.
meaning the power arrives before the turbo trucks in this segment have finished spooling. Speculative tech number 3. Supercharger Thermal Management Override. The system pulls cooling priority to the supercharger intercooler during sustained Baja mode runs. The competitor gap it closes. The Ram TRX's supercharged 6.2-liter loses measurable power after 3 consecutive high-speed desert passes due to intercooler heat soak. It eliminates the 4th pass power drop that TRX owners have documented since 2022. Silverado ZRX. More factory trail tech integration at a lower price point, but turbocharged power delivery doesn't match this at high altitude. Ram TRX. More displacement and stronger low-end torque, but no trail navigation intelligence at any price. Engineering case complete. The financial case is next. Now, here's what I actually think. Completely straightforward. That ZRX-driven brief explains every decision. The trail navigation intelligence, the Baja preload calibration, the supercharger thermal management, every call traces back to one objective. Make the Raptor the truck that knows where it's going before the driver does. Whether Ford actually pulled that off depends entirely on how much that intelligence matters to the buyer writing the check. Expect this Raptor Elite to land between $76,000 and $82,000 fully optioned. The Ram TRX runs close to $90,000. It delivers more displacement and a stronger towing rating, but no factory trail navigation intelligence at any price point. The base Raptor starts near $58,000, giving up the supercharged V8, the trail adaptive suspension system, and the Elite cabin specification entirely. Supercharged V8 performance trucks with factory-integrated trail tech hold value differently than turbocharged alternatives. There is no credible aftermarket equivalent for the trail navigation system. It's factory-calibrated to Fox hardware that can't be replicated with an off-the-shelf tune. For a 4 to 5 year hold, that factory differentiation gives this truck a real path to premium resale. If you run real trails at real elevation and want a truck that reads the terrain before you do, this is the most coherent performance truck in this segment. If raw towing capacity matters more than trail intelligence, the Ram TRX gives you more of that for roughly $12,000 more. What this Raptor earns its premium through isn't the horsepower number, it's the suspension system that thinks ahead. That orange tow hook from the opening, it's not styling. It's the visible end of a frame-integrated system built for the moment the trail navigation told you this was coming. If you run a TRX or a Silverado ZRX on technical terrain at elevation, I genuinely love your perspective on whether factory trail intelligence changes how you drive. Next up, this Raptor Elite against the Silverado ZRX head-to-head on everything that actually matters. $78K for trail intelligence or $75K for ZRX torque. Drop your call below, then subscribe.